Hey guys, welcome back to Your Champion Life YouTube channel. I got a couple of questions that I want to answer real quick. Heartland or heartless? I'm going to answer your question last, but I'm going to answer these other two real quick. One was, what do you do to build your calf after you've torn your Achilles tendon? I want you to be very, very careful because that Achilles tendon, it's not like a muscle. See, muscles grow and they get stronger. That Achilles tendon, some people, when they tear them, it follows them and it aches and it hurts for years. So you want to be really, really careful. I would go to a therapist to find out how bad it was torn and what it's going to require to work through it so you don't re-injure it. That's a big deal, man. So you want to be careful with that Achilles tendon. Now, the other question was, when you're doing max muscle, do you stop between reps and does that work? Well, a set is when you do consistently a certain amount of repetitions, then you stop and you have a break and then you start over. You know, you rest and then you do another set, or you rest and do another rep. So I'll put it this way. If you're doing sets and you stop, then that set is complete. And then you do another rep, you actually did 2 sets, depending on how long you rested between each set. If you're trying to build max muscle, you want to keep that tension on the muscle through the positive and the negative phase. So if I'm doing 8 reps, I don't want to do 1 rep, stop, and then do 2 reps. I want to keep it fluid. I'm going down, I'm driving up. It's at the top, going down, I'm going up. I don't want to go down, up, racket, and then do another rep. I want to keep it consistent. And I can measure my strength from that. But if I rest between sets, 2 seconds today, 4 seconds next time, 5 seconds the following time, I really can't measure my strength and my size growth because what I'm doing is I'm not being consistent. But if I do 8 reps, put the weight down. Next time, I'm able to do 9 reps, put the weight down. I can measure my increase. I don't know if that helps you. I hope it does. This next question is heartless. His question was, how do you fix imperfections? And what if you have a muscle that's bigger than the other muscle, such as one trap being bigger than the other, one bicep being bigger than the other? How do you fix that? Well, first you find out the core. What is the root? What caused this? So it's not uncommon to have imbalances throughout the body. I think we all have them, where one bicep may be a little bigger than the other. One tricep may be bigger than the other. And when you measure the arm, they may be the same, but the peak on the bicep may be different than the peak on the other arm. So with that being said, we have to find out what the root cause is. If you've got some nerve damage, that will create see, every muscle group is attached to nerves. When you send a signal from the brain to the muscle to do something, it goes through the nervous system. If the nerve that's attached to that muscle is damaged, then you're not going to get the proper signal or the same signal as the other arm to actually carry the amount of weight that it's carrying. So you have a trail leg or a trail arm. So if I'm using this piece of equipment and I'm doing a bicep curl, the stronger arm will carry the lion's share of the weight. Unless I'm aware of it. If I'm aware of it, I can compensate and force the weaker arm to get more involved. Or best case scenario, I start using dumbbells. I use the dumbbells. Don't stop using the select your pin machine, but use the dumbbells also so you can force that arm to carry its own weight. and that'll actually cause it to grow. Now, when you're left-handed or right-handed, certain things you use with that predominant arm, which causes that arm to actually develop more than the other arm. If you were to carry a baby, you would most likely carry the baby in the arm in the arm with the hand that you write with, because it's good for meticulous things. If you were to carry a baby and a grocery bag, you would probably carry the grocery bag in the hand that's least meticulous. So you would carry the baby where you could control it, and if you drop something, you would drop the grocery bag. So, and that's something that just comes natural. So you want to find out what caused this imbalance, and if it's a nerve problem, if it's just you haven't used it like you use the other side, if you can rectify it by lifting using the same amount of weight on each arm. You would never want to say, well, this arm is stronger, so I'm going to use 40 pounds on this arm, and this arm is weaker, I'm going to use 30 pounds on this arm. The only reason you would do that is if you were an athlete, and that's the predominant arm you used. For example, if you're a tennis player and this arm is strong, then you may want to do some things specifically with this arm. If you look at a tennis player, you look at his forearms, you'll notice one side is more developed than the other. One arm is more developed than the other because that's the one he's using. He'll never switch to the other arm unless he's ambidextrous. But he always uses that other arm, the arm that's dominant, the arm that he's best with. But if you're an average person, you want to make sure that you balance your body out. So make sure it's not a nerve problem. If you need to go to a physical therapist to find out, or whatever it is you need to do to find out, get that taken care of so you can move forward with your growth. God bless you till next time.